That was awful.
Hi.
Hello, how are we?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks. So I nearly got blown away in the storm. Storm Claudia.
Oh, it's a bit
Claudia
it's
Winkle
rough, isn't it?
Winklevenge.
It's wet.
It's Harry Ruffers.
It's been one wet day. Wet.
How have you been? Have you been on the tools?
No tools. I am a
Oh.
tool, but not on the tools. How about yourself? Have you been on the tools?
I've not been on the tools,
No?
although I'm never on the tools.
No, you're not.
So, I mean, make of that what you will. Yeah, other than that, it's been a fairly busy week. Thank God it's Friday.
I
I'd
thought
love to have a drink, but I've got to drive later.
I don't agree with that statement.
Oh.
When Uber exists. Same
little
wine I
red
was on
wine.
last time, yeah.
A little
For Friday,
red,
isn't
the
it?
same bottle?
Mm.
Is it okay?
It's a bit vinegary,
Oh.
but it's not awful.
Too open. You know when you let a wine breathe?
Yeah.
And it's breathed too much.
Yeah, it's just a bit too much breath.
Nice.
I was thinking earlier, do you ever use Klarna?
Yeah.
I was thinking
How do they
it's
make
like
their money?
no, it's like you're borrowing from your future self.
That's the same with
It's
any
like you're
borrowing.
lending yourself some money, innit?
It's the same with anything.
Yeah.
Any form of borrowing.
Yeah, but if it's a credit card, you're borrowing from yourself, aren't you?
No, Klarna's
Fair
still paid
point.
it.
All right.
You still got to pay it back.
Okay.
Friday thoughts with Chris. That shot you down, didn't it?
It did.
You tried to
It's
be
put me
clever
right
there,
back.
big man.
No, it wasn't a clever thing. It was just a brainwave.
You're like, this lending thing, you seem to be borrowing from yourself.
Borrowing it from me. Thank you, me.
That's true of everything.
Thank you, future Chris.
Did you finish Traitors, Celebrity Traitors? Yeah.
Who would have thought
Explosive.
that Beep won it?
Yeah.
Little spoiler.
Surely we can talk about it.
Yeah, Alan won.
I'm sorry, but Nick betraying Joe like that when Joe had it on.
Oh,
I
mate.
bet he felt like an absolute.
I'd be
twat
fuming.
after that.
I would have scrummed
You
him.
would be fuming, wouldn't you? We're currently watching, SAS Who Dares Wins.
Yeah.
The most recent series of that, and Conor Ben was on it.
Okay.
He actually comes across as such a good guy.
I mean,
such a nice guy.
the only time I've really seen his persona is against Chris Eubank. They're fighting tomorrow again, by the way.
They are, yeah. What time?
Big fight. It'll probably be 11ish, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh.
And he comes, but when they're talking in boxer talk, they're always a bit of a cunt, aren't they?
Yes. He was exercised as a kid.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that says a lot, doesn't it?
Fucking mental, isn't it?
That's
He was
why he's
actually
so
really
fit.
Nice. Yeah. He has the demons inside of him.
Oh,
It's
that kind of
pretty messed up.
exercised. I thought you meant
Yeah.
he just worked out a lot.
No, he was exercised.
Right, he has
as in,
the
he
Exorcist.
went to church school and they were like, you've got demons inside you, and
Oh,
they made
shit.
him do an exorcism. And he was like, yeah, that was kind of traumatic. I was like, yeah, it is probably
Just a little
quite
bit.
traumatic.
Yeah.
And his parents apparently were really
Pushing.
upset and sad.
Oh, yeah, you
No,
would be a
sad
little
about
bit
it.
sad, wouldn't you?
They were like, I'm really sorry that we put you through that. They're very apologetic about it now. But I thought
Oh.
that was insane.
That is a bit mad. I'd love to
Because when
witness
they-
an exorcism live.
Yeah, I would as well. You're not allowed though, because the spirit might go into you. The demon might go into you if you're not.
Would he
Catholic,
want
if
to
you're not
come into
protected
me?
by your faith? Yeah, it'd be a bit of a waste, wouldn't it? Really.
Yeah, I feel like we'd just have a good time.
Yeah, I'm going to do exactly the same as I normally do.
Yeah, I'm going
And then
to be
it
an
comes
annoying
into your
cunt.
head, and you're thinking, "Oh, Klarna's like borrowing from your future self."
I'm
You're like,
leaving.
"Fuck,
I'm out.
I'm not getting world domination with this prick.
No,
Fuck off."
Not getting very far with me.
Did you get up to anything interesting
This week?
at any point ever?
Nah, never.
No,
That's my
neither
life.
have I.
Just trying to think
we
back.
Need to start, I
No,
was thinking we need to start writing things down, but nothing interesting ever happens to me. So
I did see something online. So the Americans are now that brainwashed by Trump that they're questioning if child rape is a problem.
the old full circle.
Yeah, is it that bad? Why is it bad? Do you know what I mean?
Is this because he's going to be on the Epstein tape, so he steered the conversation
Most likely,
towards...
yeah. So everything else that he's done wrong, that they've now say is fine, we're now on to rape being not an issue.
That's insane.
Yeah.
He's got the meeting at the palm of his hand. We had to get it in as well, didn't we? We had to get in something to do with America
Every
in this episode,
time.
because we always do.
But that is a story everyone should hear about because it's fine now, guys. It's not.
You want to rape kids?
No, let's not
Maybe.
go there. Let's not go
Rolf
there.
Harris? He's not that bad.
Gary Glitter?
Fine.
Any other
Is that
child
one?
rapists? Yeah, Jimmy.
Fine.
Who's the one?
Epstein.
Epstein. Who's the one? The actor man. He was in Seven.
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. Wasn't
Yeah, but that
concerned.
was a bit like a
Confirmed. Sorry.
Philip Schofield kind of thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like on the edge, on the limits.
Allegedly,
kind of still
isn't it?
bit sleazy.
Yeah.
All of this is obviously alleged, apart from
Don't
the
want
people
to
that we
put
actually
a
know
court
about.
case out, you know.
Who the fuck's gonna listen to Kevin Spacey's fucking
You never
PR
know.
person?
You never know. They're onto you,
These
Spacey.
two people, Spacey. These two people from this
Spacey.
podcast, 30 people listen to them. Spacey.
Sean Connery
They
do.
would get so many listens.
What if?
If we got sued, we'd get so many listens
yeah.
off the back of that.
They'd listen
Maybe
to
we
this
should
bit.
do more libel.
Okay.
What else can we say?
Trump has a vagina.
Nice. Yeah. Trump has a vagina, tell everybody.
Yeah.
Then when he comes to sue us.
I don't have a vagina. A vagina. Is that good?
Bad.
Vagina.
That's better.
Vagina.
Okay.
Can you do it?
Getting better. You need to warm up. I do not have a vagina.
Vagina.
You got to be like China.
Vagina.
China.
Vagina. Nailed it.
You got to get into it,
Vagina. And then you sleep.
and then power down.
And then touch a kid. Welcome back, everybody, to the Backseat Historian podcast.
Newsflash: touching kids is now fine.
Yep.
Been
Been doing it all
I
my
think
life.
we've done our little catch up, haven't we?
We have. Shall we get into hiding the sausage?
I thought that was so good, to be honest. Did anyone guess?
No.
No one guessed at all.
No, they didn't, I'm afraid. But that's
Fucking
becoming
hell.
common,
Rip.
isn't it? I think someone did a little guess,
A tentative
but
guess.
I don't think it was correct, and it wasn't emailed in. So I think Emily guessed it was King Gustav from Sweden.
Maybe that's something we need to add to our list because I've never heard of King Gustav from
No,
Sweden.
nor have I. Would you like to explain hiding the sausage?
I'm
What
looking
was the
up
start
some
to
of
it?
this
The sausage hiding.
Let's hide a sausage in the opera.
Something about opera and sausages?
There's literally a King Gustav right now, so there's unsurprisingly a lot of Gustavs that were in charge of Sweden at some
No,
point.
so fuck you, Emily. That's pointless.
I hide the sausage in the opera. Obviously,
Me?
I was talking about Shi Pei Pu.
Shi Pei who?
Shi Pei Pu.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Shi Pei.
Shi Pei who?
Shi Pei Pu.
I knew it was going. I still laughed and I hate
You got it. Sank that one.
For those of you who don't know, get to know. In fact, you will be getting to know if you bother to listen to the rest of this podcast. We are going to be talking about a very, very interesting case, which there's not more to it than I thought there was going to be, about a male Chinese opera singer who convinces a French diplomat that he is a woman and manages, and then the French diplomat becomes a spy. So it's a story of espionage.
I thought the Chinese man was the spy.
Mate, if that's your fact.
Shit.
you have fucked it
That's
big time.
ruined my poem that I've done.
You have fucked it big time.
It's fine.
Keep it the same though, because
fine.
I don't want that to
Yeah.
change.
Well, it shows you that I do know research into these things, doesn't it? That I've got the
Yeah.
subject completely wrong.
Yeah, that was bad.
We have had an email. Do you want me to do that at the
yeah.
end, or do you want me to do it now?
We do it at the end, don't we?
I don't know.
Just
We never
before
get them
the
that
riddle.
often, so...
Go on, do it now. Might give us
we
some
do it at the
energy.
end. This is from Mr. Calamari. He's back.
He's back.
He is back. Shall I do it in an accent? No, I won't, because we don't know where he's from.
No.
I want to start by praising Pissy Pants for uploading a new episode on time, even when Megan tried to sabotage it in every way possible.
Shut up, Calamari.
Emily managed to stay awake again, so I just had to make that public. Well done, Emily. The episode was a blast, like always, although I did get confused when Chris chose a baby cry as his most hated torture method, when clearly you can hear his daughter crying in the background, and it didn't
Yeah.
torture him enough to get up and check on her. I've got a wife for that. Back off.
It's called delegation.
Delegation.
Delegation for the nation.
I was hoping for Emily to write it for Jack the Snipper, since we both agreed that it wasn't JTR. It could be most of the serial killers, but Emily did not email in. She let Nick redeem himself, I guess. Haha. As for the last riddle, I think you hid the sausage a bit too well. One thing I found was the name Cesar Angelotti. Well, that's another guess. No idea who that is, though, but why wouldn't I just guess? I don't know how to make these emails short, for fuck's sake, but I do have one request. If you could upload the episode on YouTube somewhat the same time as you upload on Spotify. Thank you for your episodes, and don't forget, always unzip your pants when you go to the toilet. That's a nice little mantra, isn't it?
What an excellent sign-off. Please do make them a little bit snappier in the future, your emails.
Because we're all asleep.
We're getting regular engagement, and that's all that matters. So thank you, Calamari. Thank you for staying awake, Emily. And sounds like you got some work to do, Chris.
I am very bad at the YouTube bit, I must admit, and I'm slacking on the social media.
When I spend hours on research, 6 hours I can spend on research in a week.
Yeah, but how much did you spend on this one?
This one, I think, was about 3 or 4.
I've got to edit it. It takes me an hour and a half, 2 hours, as long as the edit, it takes me as long as the episode is when you think about it. I've got to listen to the whole thing.
Okay. Yeah, and this takes a lot longer than that. Shall we begin?
Let's get into it. Shi Pei Pu, 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 Pu. Do you want some music behind it?
Then go for it.
What's like a Chinesey tune?
King. Oh my God, we are venturing into some very uncharted territory here. Take it away, Chris. 1964. Since you've started, so you've got to finish. Since the end of the Chinese Civil War and the declaration of the People's Republic of China in 1949, China began its communist era with Chairman Mao. The Great Leap Forward of 1958 and 1962 aimed to turn China from a largely agrarian society to an industrialized one, at the expense of between, how many people do you think died?
300 to 600,000 people.
Oh, you have massively underestimated Chairman Mao.
Oh,
15
Chairman.
to 55 million deaths.
Damn, that's a lot of deaths.
Brought about by the resulting famine when no one was producing food in the country. And that made it either the second largest or the largest famine in the world. So in China,
China,
it
famine.
became communist. Chairman Mao became the head of the country. He's mental, and we have to do an episode on him because
Chairman
it is
Mao.
absolutely insane.
I'll put one on
But
our
what
little
he
list.
decides is that all the good Soviet countries, all the world-leading powers are all industrialized, no longer agrarian, so they're not out working the fields. And that's what China was before. It's very much like everyone's out working the fields.
Farmers.
Farming is the bedrock of the nation. So he goes out and he makes all the farmers stop farming.
Good
and
lad.
start making things, which is where this made in China manufacturing thing comes along.
They do make a lot of shit, don't they?
They do, and it all starts then. But because no one was making any food, no one had any food,
Nothing to eat.
so everyone starved. They even resorted to cannibalism.
I was about to say cannibalism. Is that the end of your little paragraph?
Nope.
I was going to do a virtual
Got another
gong.
2.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. I've got some questions at the end. That's when you know.
Okay.
It'll be over. I'll give you
A little wink.
a little wink. In global foreign policy, the Cold War was at its height. We always talk about the Cold War.
It always crops up, doesn't it?
The CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, began to reject the USSR and its economic reforms, believing they were straying from the core communist ideals. Let alone at the enemies that they were making in the USSR, the CCP also had enemies laying in the West. In short, everyone was suspicious of everyone, and espionage was a pillar of intelligence gathering in the war for information. The USSR is well known for their listening devices, interrogation, and the use of honeypots. China was no different, and in the case of Shi Pei Pu and Bernard Boriscott,
It's French, remember? That's better.
very successful. How did a male opera singer manage to convince a French accountant at the French embassy in Beijing that he was a woman for 20 years? Where was the relationship ever about love, or only an intelligence mining operation? How did it all end?
I
I expected so much more.
I don't know what a noise a dong. What's it make, that noise? What is it? A bong?
It's like a cymbal.
I've forgotten.
How are you going to make a cymbal noise?
What's the instrument called again? I've forgotten. A dong?
Gong.
Gong.
Dong. A fucking gong. A dong.
It left my brain. I said it a minute ago.
piranha is just borrowing from your future self, and a gong is more like a cymbal noise. Fucking
Right,
hell.
I'm sorry. I'm not a
Right,
musician.
get your head in the game.
I need to
Get
turn this heating off because I am sweating.
Yeah, you've also got your turtleneck on.
It was cold
look
earlier.
very
I'm going to whip it
90s.
off. I'm going to whip it off.
No, I'm a bit chilly, to be fair.
I am
Oh, you're
listening.
going to whip it off? Oh, go on. You know, you prick. Oh, we got a little bit of nip there. Everyone head over to the YouTube.
I have to
See
make
a
that
little bit of
PG. My
nip.
nipples came out.
I don't like the fact you've got two different greens on. I don't like that at all.
Well, I'm not sitting
No.
here shirtless.
Okay.
And I'm not getting my
I'm sure
hair
some
out.
people would love to see that.
I don't
So
think
let's
even my
have a
wife
look.
would like that.
That's a really sad
I
statement.
know,
guys.
mate. I know.
Shi Pei Pu was born on the 21st of... Also, the pronunciations in this are going to be terrible. I literally don't care. 21st of December, 1938, in Shandong.
Do you feel like with Chinese names and words that you have to put the accent on to make it sound right?
You do, yeah. The more racist you think you're sounding, the better it sounds.
Shi Pei Pu.
Perfect.
And what was the
Perfect.
place called?
Shandong.
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 That was more Japanese, wasn't it? Shandong.
Perfect. So Shandong's in the Republic of China. It is an eastern coastal province across the Yellow Sea from North and South Korea, just so you can visualize it in your head. Incidentally, Shandong is an area that has played a major role in the development of Chinese civilization, serving as a center for Taoism, Chinese Buddhism, and Confucianism. Do you know who Confucius is?
What was Taoism?
I don't. Just fucking focus on the questions.
Confucius.
I'm asking you, 'cause we're going into a game.
You've got me
Confucius.
confused.
Yeah,
No,
nice.
I have no idea who
Good,
Confucius
good.
is. No.
So he's a Chinese philosopher from about 551 to 479 BCE. So he's early. So
Okay.
BCE is before Christ,
Yeah.
which is why the numbers go down, right? So let me introduce to you a little game.
Woo!
The game is
It's party time.
Confused or Confucius.
Nice.
So I have 5 quotes, and you have to guess which of the following quotes are by Confucius, who again lived 2,500 years ago, or by male performance influencers.
Confused.com.
So if you think it's Confucius, say
Yeah.
Confucius.
Okay.
If you think it's not, say confused.
Okay.
If you can guess who it is, that
It's a bit
says
like
it-
Trump or Hitler.
Yeah, nice.
No, yeah, I know this
perfect.
game. I'm into this one.
Number 1. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Confused or Confucius?
Confucius.
Fucking hell.
1-0.
Yeah. Again,
Come on.
2,000 years ago.
This is all guesswork.
Number 2. If you can get through things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness.
Hitler. I don't think
game.
it's Confucius, but I think it was Hitler. This is what I'm
So
getting
it's
at.
confused.
I'm confused, yeah.
It's confused. You did get that right, but it's actually David Goggins.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The Running Man.
The Running Man. Number 3. A lack of confidence killed more dreams than a lack of competence ever did.
Confucius.
Wrong.
I was just going.
Confused. It was Chris Williamson who
Who's
said
that?
He's a male performance. Do you not fucking listen to male performance influencer? Have you seen Finn versus the Internet? He's on there.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you should watch that one with him because it's quite funny. Number 4. I was complaining that I had no shoes till I met a man who had no feet.
Confucius shoes.
Confucius?
Confucius.
You saying Confucius?
Yeah, but I've put
cool.
shoes in it because he hasn't got any shoes on.
You are correct.
Yes.
Well done, well done. The past is a memory. The future is a thought.
That is confused, and that is Morgan Freeman.
Male performance influencers, mate.
Oh, they're all male performance influencers.
I literally said all
I
male
d-
performance. You don't listen. You don't listen to me.
I was watching Titanic earlier, and Rach was like, "Oh, do you remember this from the podcast?" I was like, no.
No, because you're not fucking listening.
So it's a male performance influencer. That is Andrew Tate.
It's Chris Williamson again, but you still got
Ah.
the point because it was confused. Final one. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat.
Well, that's got to be confused.
You think it's confused?
Yes.
Who do you think?
I don't know that many influencers that are male. Who's the one that does all the fitness things?
Joe Wicks?
Joe Wicks.
You are incorrect. That is Confucius.
Fuck's sake, Confucius. He's a smart man.
You did well, though. I
think I was
4 out
3.
of 6.
That's not. Did I? I feel like you've given me
Yeah.
too much credit there.
No, because you got the first
I was
one.
just
Life is
getting the
really
people
simple,
wrong,
but we
wasn't I?
insist on making it complicated. You got that one correct. If you do the things you hate to do, the other side is greatness. You got that one right. The confidence kills dreams. You got that correct. The only one you didn't get was... Oh, no, you didn't get that one. The confidence killed more dreams than lack of confidence ever did. You didn't... I think you said that was Confucius. It wasn't. And then the hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. Words to live by.
Cracking effort.
Yeah.
Approximately 70%.
Right.
Maths.
Quick maths. Back to it. So, Shi's father was a college professor and his mother was a teacher. He had 2 sisters that were significantly older than him. He described his childhood as quite lonely, bless him.
Oh,
When he was young, they moved to Kunming.
Kunming.
Kunming, in the province of Yunnan.
I'd love to move into Yunnan. I wouldn't. That's weird. Sorry, Pat, if you're
Leave my
listening.
nan out of this. Whoa. So it was at Yunnan University that she studied. He studied literature, and most importantly, he learnt French. But
Oui.
somehow he...
Petit filou.
The whole time I just imagined speaking French in a Chinese accent.
Do it. How? It's so confusing.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. that's Japanese.
Croissant. How do you do I'm
Croissant.
trying to think of Chinese.
Croissant.
Croissant. That's
Bonjour.
Chinese.
This is good. I
Soissons
don't think we
neuf.
can defend this.
No.
I don't think we can defend this anymore.
We're doing our best French accent in Chinese.
Well, that was fun. So by 17, so she's already been to
He.
university. Yeah, I know it's really difficult because his name is Shi.
Oh,
Let's
she.
say Shy.
Right. Yeah, let's
say
go with
Shy.
Shy. Let's say Pei Pu.
Pei Pu. Pei Pu had, by the age of 17, had been to university and then had become an actor and a singer and achieved some recognition. So he used to perform in operas, taking the female lead.
In French? Oh, maison
I imagine
manoir.
Chinese. I don't know. He used to write operas as well.
Ministers for the manoir. Right, we're getting
I can't
cancelled by our
support this
3
anymore.
followers. Come on.
Oh, okay. So at the same time, well, not at the same time. In fact, 6 years later, Bernard Bicycle.
Bicycle. Bernard Bicycle.
It doesn't even slightly sound racist
But a
when
shoe.
you're doing a French accent.
It's crazy what you can and
Bicycle.
can't get away with accents, isn't it?
Bicycle. So just like absolutely butchering, call him Borsicot.
Yeah.
Borsicot.
Bersikut.
I'll try and just call him Bernard, you know.
Yeah.
He was born on the 12th of August 1944 in France, so he's 6 years older than Pei Pu. He admitted in his diary that throughout boarding school he had numerous homosexual affairs with other students, but that upon graduation he was determined to have sex with a woman for the first time, believing that his homosexual trysts were a product of institutionalized homosexuality amongst boarding students and a rite of passage. So he leaves school and he's like, I want to dick me down a
Yeah,
woman.
I want some pussy. I've had enough cock. It's pussy time.
It's pussy time.
Pussy parade.
Now we move on to the affair. So Borsicot was posted to the French embassy in Beijing, which was then Peking, as we've already said, in 1964.
Duck.
He was 20 years old and he was there as an accountant. He felt quite out of place at the French embassy.
I imagine he
because
did.
He was a bit, not just in China, but amongst the fellow Frenchies, because he was kind of he wasn't from one of the big cities. He was an educated man, but he wasn't one of the boys from, the private schools in Paris. So
And he loved the penis.
he did love the penis, but that seems pretty French to me anyway.
Whoa.
So
That's more
he
racist
went-
than a Chinese accent.
He went to a Christmas party at the embassy, and who should he meet there but a certain Chinese opera singer by the name of Shi Pei Pu.
Shi Pei Pu.
Shi Pei Pu.
Shi Pei Pu.
She was, oh my god, Pei Pu was 26. He was dressed as a man, but the two hit it off anyway. Bernard had brought with him to the party a British secretary that he had met at cocktails at the British Assembly earlier that year. Embassy. I'm really struggling already.
There's a lot of tongue twisters in here, isn't there?
At the British Embassy earlier that year. But she was off chatting with some other men, and Bernard wasn't too upset about that because they were just... It was only ever going to be a fling anyway.
Yeah.
He was more interested in the shy, short Chinese man that spoke fluent French. So Pei Pu had been there teaching Chinese to some of the embassy workers because, of course, he speaks fluent French, as we've already spoken about. And even though Bernard already had a Chinese teacher, he insisted on taking Pei Pu's contact details, feeling a connection between the two of them.
What would their contact details have been back then?
It's just a phone number.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
It's the 60s, mate. Phone numbers did happen.
Yeah, they did exist. They did happen.
It did happen. So yeah, apparently he was just like standing off to the side, and because it's communism, all of the Chinese people are wearing the same suit. It's this like Mao suit, and he was really short, so he really stood out. And foreigners and Chinese people, they didn't mix at all. It was, we'll see, it gets even
how it
worse
should
throughout
be.
this story. Yep, they were segregated as fuck. So it was really unusual to have a Chinese person in the embassy, but obviously he was teaching Chinese. So over the next year, the two become friends, and they foster a relationship in which it felt as though they could say anything to each other.
Aww.
I know. However, it seemed to Bernard that Shy, was holding something back. Pei Pu. Eventually, upon being told by Bernard that he wanted to quit the embassy after he had been accepted onto an expedition into Brazil, Pei Pu told him the story of an opera that he had performed when he was 17. It was his most famous role. Listen and see if you hear something a bit familiar in this.
Okay.
It was a story of The Butterfly, in which a young woman is forced to dress as a boy in order to attend school at her father's behest. There she meets a young boy, they fall in love. But the love is doomed, however. She reveals her true identity to the schoolmate and the two cement their relationship, but the girl's father has already had a marriage arranged and forbids her from pursuing love. The boy finds out, he kills himself, and she reciprocates this at his funeral. What does that sound like to you?
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, but before that. Dressing as a boy to go to school. Our most famous episode.
Pope John.
It's Joan/John back again. Another gender-bending scenario.
I really had to dig deep in my mind there so I didn't make a mistake.
Joan should always be at the forefront of your mind.
I love John.
Bernard resigns from the embassy, but whilst he is waiting for his replacement, Pei Pu invites him to his home. The fact that this was forbidden by the embassy probably added to the excitement, and Bernard readily accepts. This only serves to deepen the bond between them, so when they were there, he also got to meet Pei Pu's mother, who's living with him. And he said because so many people, especially the French people from the embassy, had been in China for years. Yeah. None of them had ever been invited into a private home before because it was so closed off to foreigners. So he just enjoyed being able to do that.
So is Madame Shi Pu pretending her son's a girl?
No, at this point, everyone... they all think she's a boy. He's a boy.
Well, even Bernard thinks it's a boy?
Yes.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
At this point.
Right.
Except for... So this only serves to deepen the bond between them. A few days later, the two go for a walk, where Pei Pu again tells the story of the butterfly. He directs Bernard to look at his face, at the size of his hands, and tells him that the story is his own. Like some sort of Michael Jackson holding the glove up.
Look at my hands.
Oh my God. Perhaps aware of Bernard's desire to settle down with a woman and his homosexual inclinations, Pei Pu told Bernard that he was a female opera singer who had been forced to live as a man to satisfy his father's wish to have a son. Bernard assures Pei Pu that he won't tell anyone the secret, saying that...
You are my best friend. I will tell nobody.
He's French. The French guy. Do it again.
France. I'm from France. Outrageous accent. You are my best friend. I will tell nobody.
Perfect.
Is that all right?
Somewhere in the middle.
French
Somewhere
is
in the
really
middle of
hard.
Japanese and French. Can't you tell by my outrageous
Now,
accent?
you say that bit then. In French, like that.
You are I went straight to Slavic.
You are my best friend.
Croissant.
It's hard, isn't it?
You are my best friend.
Ah,
I will
nice.
tell nobody.
No. You were French Russian then. I like that.
always
Email
very
in your
sad.
best French accents.
Oh, God. On the way home, Bernard begins to feel a kind of protective instinct over Pei Pu. He feels that he must bring her away from China, where she can't be herself, even if that means marrying her. A few days later, the thought of having sex with Pei Pu enters his mind. It feels like something the two have to do.
Come on.
He returns to Pei Pu and he says,
I think we should sleep together. Not now, whenever you think it is possible.
perfect.
We're
That
back.
I
We're
believe
back.
that.
Yeah,
I
we're
believe
back.
that.
Okay.
So Bernard hasn't questioned this at all.
No.
He fully believes it.
You're a woman.
Yeah, 100% you're a woman.
Must be very feminine man.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He's quite short. He's like 5'4".
He's got a long beard,
Yeah.
cracking mustache. Yeah, it's definitely a woman.
Yeah,
You
he
are.
looks quite feminine.
Yeah.
They set a date, and when it arrives, Bernard appears at the flat. Pei Pu is still dressed as a man. They undress and have underwhelming sex.
Underwear. Who
Yeah.
told us this? It was very underwhelming.
Honestly,
That
this
was very
article goes into
underwhelming.
depth. Bernard returns to the room, having gotten rid of the condom, and sees blood on
Oh.
Pei Pu's underwear. Bernard
Butthole.
takes Pei Pu in his arms and says,
My poor friend, my wife,
"My wife."
my wife.
So somehow this underwhelming sex, because I don't think at this point Bernard has had any sexual relations with a female, so he's got
No.
absolutely nothing to balance it against.
He just thinks it's period blood, doesn't he?
Well, he thinks he's taken
Ah,
this guy's virginity.
broken the what's the word? The hymen.
Hymen.
Yeah. Hymen.
So how did the two men have
How
sex?
to the two? So how do the two men have sex?
How did the two men have sex and Bernard didn't notice that it was a man he was sleeping with, I hear you ask? There are two explanations. Pei Pu insisted on having sex in the dark, which Bernard put down to Chinese shyness. And Pei Pu had
It's
a
just
very
them Chinese love the dark.
They love the dark. They don't want to be seen.
No.
It was quite funny. So I think a journalist had actually worked quite closely with Bernard to get this
He must have
first-hand
done, yeah.
account of what had happened, because he says that when he undressed Pei Pu, he'd undress him, like kiss him on the neck, undress him and everything, and apparently he just looked.
Had to tuck
he
his
said
cock between his legs.
it looked like he had boobs, just like real small ones
Yeah.
apparently, and he was quite plump. So I'm guessing he's almost got like a pot belly and like little man boobs, and then. Yeah, and a lot
What
of
a
their
sight.
sexual relationship is just Pei Pu giving Bernard a blowjob.
Couldn't
Yeah,
complain
actually,
if you were Bernard.
This second one, Pei Pu had a very unique talent. He could retract his testicles and manipulate his penis,
Like a turtle.
create the illusion of labial lips and a clitoris, and allowed for shallow penetration. And he actually showed this to doctors later, that he could do this. So he just kind of like put his testicles back up inside
Every
him,
man needs this power.
and then
You haven't got
the-
bollocks. They're so
This-
awkward.
The scrotum would then look like flaps, and then where he put his penis, like kind of between them, tucked it in, there was a little divot. And
Yeah,
it
yeah.
kind of looked a bit like a clitoris.
I want this power.
Yeah, I think he just had a small dick anyway, because he says when he was growing up, he thought he might have been a woman, because he didn't really. I guess his balls
Yeah, yeah.
hadn't dropped, and he didn't have much of a penis down there, so he just assumed he was.
And I'm
He
also,
looks very feminine.
point one about the darkness, I think is probably quite factual because a lot of Chinese porn is all blurred out. So maybe it is a shyness thing.
You sure it's Chinese, not Japanese?
Now,
Japanese is
how would,
definitely like that.
how would, all right, porn watcher, I don't know.
You know, they're very shy.
Miss Japanese
about
porn.
their bodies and a bit repressed and stuff.
Pornhub. I don't.
Oh, it's bad.
We're naughty.
It is very bad.
How many pages left have we got?
I don't know, but I do have to order an Indian at some point.
Ooh, what you can have? Little
I need to
segue
order
into
it
Indian food.
because
On the scene of
I don't
Asia.
know.
What you
not
gonna have?
gonna I haven't decided yet. I need to look.
I feel like you're
People
someone
are
that always does the
texting
same
me, and
thing.
it's getting really. Oh my
You shouldn't
god!
be on your phone while this professional podcast is
I
happening.
need to put. Okay, you're right. Okay, back into it. So the relationship could be characterised as on again, off again, during which the pair would go multiple stretches of not meeting when Bernard was out of the country.
Yeah.
Shortly before Bernard is about to leave China in December of 1965, so this is a year after they met, I think, about a year.
Yeah.
Pei Pu claims that he was pregnant, and Bertrand says that if it's a boy, call it Bertrand. Oh, I've done it again. Bernard said, if it is a boy, call it Bertrand, and if it is a girl, call it after his middle name, Michelle.
Wait, Bernard's middle name's Michel.
Yeah.
That sounds quite French, to be fair. Bernard Michel.
Yeah.
Bernard Michel.
It's just like Michael, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bernard returns from France to China to work as an archivist in the French embassy and immediately writes to Pei Pu that he has returned. So this is like a couple of years after.
Okay.
In that time, Bernard has had an affair with a French woman, but he feels a really strong sense of responsibility towards Pei Pu. Pei Pu had managed... This is mental. So Pei Pu had actually managed to purchase a boy from a doctor in Xinjiang. And he's an Uyghur. So an Uyghur is a Turkic ethnic group from northwest China, and he is able to pass as a French-Chinese biracial boy.
Does he speak both the languages, do we know?
I imagine he'll just speak Chinese.
Fair enough.
So
that'll do it.
Pei Pu has really
gone to some
effort to carry on this lie.
Good for him.
So he called the boy Shi Dudu.
Shidudu. No, it's always Japanese.
But later Bernard calls him Bertrand.
That's a better name.
Bernard believes that this boy is his, and he believes that there's a familial resemblance. He's like, yeah, I can see that. That's
definitely my son. Yeah,
it's insane. He literally, the boy's mum had put him up for sale. So Pei Pu's just like,
you need a penny.
Okay. So this brings us on to the espionage.
Such a nice word.
Honestly, I love the word espionage. When Bernard goes back to Pei Pu's address, wanting to see his supposed son, the pair are caught by some policemen. So he's left and he's come back to China, and he just wants to see the boy. Mao's China had, after the Cultural Revolution, was very suspicious of foreigners, even more so than before. And immediately they believed that Pei Pu and Bernard were spies against China. So these police have been called because they've seen a foreigner in the flat. But when a policeman who speaks French asks why Bernard is there, Bernard thinks quickly. And he says...
What does he say? Is it for me?
Yep.
Okay, 1 minute. What page are you on?
Find the red.
Oh, God. Who am I?
You're Bernard again.
Okay.
You're only ever Bernard.
I am a friend of the Chinese people and a great admirer of the revolution. I am also a friend of Comrade Shi Pei Pu, whom I met on my first trip to China. When I was working at the French embassy, he has been teaching me the changes that have taken place in the great Cultural Revolution under the great leader Mao. I slipped into Chinese.
Wow, you went Chinese there.
It was a good hybrid.
French and Chinese were so close.
I was being Bertrand then.
Well done.
Little hybrid.
So what follows is a difficult situation. The two are not allowed to meet in person, but every week on Thursday they meet at 2 p.m. So at this point, they kind of... It's
like a fling now, isn't
it? Let Bernard go.
Yeah.
But Pei Pu has been taken away.
Oh.
So he's really worried that he's fucked it for his my wife. So they managed to get in contact again, and they agree that even though they can't meet in person, they're going to, every week at Thursday at 2 p.m, they're going to kind of meet, and they sit across the street from each other at separate benches, and they just look at each other.
That's so cute. Do you reckon they're like wanking off at the same time?
Well, Pei Pu definitely isn't, but yeah, Bernard probably
finger
is.
his ball bag. Clip.
Yeah, he's a little clip dick.
From Robinson's.
A few weeks later, Pei Pu says that he has spoken with his boss at work, and they are able to meet twice a week at Pei Pu's apartment to go over Mao's teachings. So they literally go into the apartment, they get this book of Mao quotes,
Yeah.
and they just talk about them because they're worried about the apartment having been bugged. They
Oh.
literally don't talk about anything
Yeah.
else. They do this for... Oh, also, when he's apparently just sitting there watching Pei Pu from across the benches, he says that he feels a much stronger love for them. This guy's mental.
So cute.
He's just like, oh, I just want to take her away from this. In his mind, because obviously she's a woman who apparently can't be a woman. He's like, I just want to take her away from this.
Bertrand's a fucking mentalist, isn't he? Bernard.
Did I say Bertrand?
Bernard.
Bernard.
I did.
Yeah.
He's a mongoloid.
He really should have chosen a different name for his son. That's
Yeah. It's his fault.
So twice a week they go over to the apartment. They talk about General Mao's teachings. And then a few months later, some government officials come along. They say they're going to take over. So they still meet in Pei Pu's apartment, but Pei Pu has to leave.
Right.
And these officials just talk about General Mao. They talk about the revolution. And Bernard seems to feel like he understands the regime.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, he offers to pass on information to help the communist government because he wants to help the people of China. So this has been the officials haven't tried to elicit this from him at all.
Yeah.
Even just meeting these officials, it would be against the law for working in the French embassy. Like, none of this is allowed.
A voluntary spy.
So initially, he literally says later he's the only spy in the world to have paid to have been a spy because he wasn't paid at all, and because
I'll pay you, please.
we'll get into it into the reasons why. Initially, the government officials actually refuse this,
Fair.
but Bernard insists, and he says that his job as an archivist can give him access to valuable information, and the Chinese are specifically interested in the Soviet Union, which eases Bernard's conscience because he doesn't feel like he's actually betraying his own country. So anything that's to do with the USSR that comes through into the French embassy can then pass on to the Chinese.
Right.
At this
Sneaky.
time, Bernard still has not met his supposed child, but Pei Pu tells him that he looks like a foreigner, and with the distrust of foreigners around the Chinese, amongst the Chinese people under the regime, he has sent the child to near the border with Russia, but he worries for himself because it's really cold there.
Very cold.
Which
Chilly.
I think is true because he literally did adopt this child. So Bernard manages to take some reports from the French embassy in Washington between the U.S. Assistant Secretary for State for East Asian and Pacific Affairs and the French Ambassador Charles Lucet.
Well done.
So he
Spitting all that
manages
out.
to get these reports,
Yeah.
and he passes them over to his two handlers. And he apparently passes over so many documents, he's just forgotten how many.
Doesn't give
It's
a fuck,
countless
yeah.
How many you could get, yeah. The affair between the two carries on, but Pei Pu becomes demanding, wanting endless lists of items that Bernard can bring Pei Pu in his diplomatic bag that can't be accessed in China, because obviously
What do you
it's
reckon he's
communist.
after?
He wanted Rolexes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. He wanted
He wants the real shit.
perfume. Yeah, he wanted loads of stuff. And all of this,
Dior.
bearing in mind,
He's a bloke.
Pei Pu is never dressed as a woman.
Wait, he's not even put a dress on. He's
Never.
got jeans and a t-shirt on the whole
He
time.
only ever wears suits.
Oh, for sake.
So he's never even dressed as a woman.
He must have the loveliest bumhole and the
No, they're
best
not doing
blowjobs
that.
of all time.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just
literally just every so often doing a tiny bit of, but most of the time it's just,
shagging the
blowjobs.
ball bag or a blowjob. He must be amazing at it.
honestly. Over the next 2 years of his posting in Beijing, Bernard hands over countless documents, and when he is to return to Paris, he brings up to the government officials about Pei Pu coming to Paris with him, and they respond that it's impossible. So he still has this hope and this desire to bring her back.
Yeah.
Or him back. Bernard returns to Beijing on the 15th of November 1973, and Pei Pu surprises him with meeting his son. So at this point, he's left the embassy in China. He's back to Paris again. There's a lot of this, like going backwards and forwards, but he's not employed in the embassy anymore. So he goes back to China to visit Pei Pu and his, he believes, son, which he hasn't met yet.
How old would said son be right now? Like
7.
6, okay, 7.
Yeah. So, yeah, Pei Pu surprises him with his son. He feels reassured that the boy is his, somehow seeing familiar resemblance in the son's face. Apparently, it's like the facial structure in the eyes. He's like, yeah, that's my son.
Them cheekbones.
Yeah, them cheekbones, though. When the boy goes down for a nap, Pei Pu mostly manages to get around having sex with Bernard by just giving him a blowjob. And this is usual.
Deep throat king.
As Bernard is on a tourist visa, he heads back to Paris and engages in a long affair with a man named Thierry.
So, is he still not had sex with a woman?
Yeah.
No, he had an
there
affair.
was
He had
that
an affair,
French
didn't he?
woman
Yeah.
in the middle, wasn't
A
there?
French
There's
fling.
loads. He gets around this band. He gets around.
Good.
They go together to New Orleans, where Bernard gets a job in the French embassy for 2 years. But by the end, he realizes that he wants to bring Pei Pu and his son back to Paris to live together with him
Fucking
and
hell, give
Thierry.
over. Oh, shit. Little three-way. Right, okay.
Yeah. Cheeky little three, which Thierry reluctantly agrees to. Though Bernard doesn't love Pei Pu, he does feel responsible for him and their son. In order to facilitate it, he gets a job in the French embassy in Mongolia. So he's like, have you got any embassy work in the Far East? They're like, yep, something's opened up. It's
That'll do.
Mongolia.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Name me another famous Frenchman called Thierry.
Thierry Henry.
Legend.
All-time
Just
top
wanted to
goal
test
scorer.
you there.
Arsenal.
Fair enough. Until you slipped off Arsenal there, I was going to abuse you, but... Is he? He must be. He was a legend.
He's up there. I think he's actually up there as one of the all-time goal scorers.
What a man. What a man. Beautiful as well. Vavavoom.
You done? What are you looking up? You're looking him up? Are you
I'm
fucking
just
looking him
checking
up?
if
You
he
have a
is
little
the...
wank.
Just double checking he was
Gonna
the
make a
top
little
goal
tit
scorer.
dick and strum yourself off.
What, of Thierry? I'll just finger my butthole for that little pokey bum wank. Ask Lucas about that.
I actually hate my life.
You shouldn't.
Okay. So embassy is actually a strong word for where he would be working. The French occupied rooms in the Ulaanbaatar hotel with a safe that is broken. So the documents that they keep, their official documents for the embassy in, is broken. And Bernard realizes that he will arrive before the new safe does.
Oh,
Ever
damn.
the spy and looking for leverage to get Pei Pu back to Paris, Bernard heads to Beijing in the April of 1977, having missed the excitement of espionage. He visits briefly with Pei Pu, telling him that to get the same government official back to Pei Pu's apartment in 2 weeks' time for them to meet. On that meeting, the official is again interested in Bernard's espionage.
Damn. It's a good little
In the
spy.
meantime, honestly, this bit, incredible. In the meantime, Bernard has many secret affairs. Thierry comes over to the embassy on a visit, and he gets a pass for Thierry by calling him his cousin.
Yeah.
He manages to bring over the mother of one of his ex-girlfriends for a fling.
Nice.
He also goes after married women, and he has a very specific way of getting a married woman.
Oh.
So he'd go to lunch with her,
Yeah.
then invite her back to his room for a coffee, because that would seem pretty respectable. Yeah. He'd then put on some French music, and then he'd make a move on her, and even if she said no, he said that still means yes, and by 6 p.m. they are returned to their husband.
Rape is fine, remember, now.
Yeah, apparently so.
It's not.
That's what Donald Trump says.
It's not, by the way.
Kids.
Would you like a coffee? Would you like
a coffee?
a 69? 69.
Ah, 69.
No.
Coffee.
Oui.
De café.
Ah,
No.
coffee, café. Le 69.
Oh, croissant. I think I'm in there.
Would you
now. I
like
think I'm in the
my
accent.
baguette? We need to get some more quotes. I feel like
I
we're
just
doing
had
well
to
now.
talk about affairs, and I'm good to go.
69.
So, whilst all these affairs are going on, it turns out the documents he can get a hold of in Mongolia are not at all interesting. One of them just talks about ordering cheese. One of them talks about getting... Honestly.
He should have known
it's
that
not
being a
important
Frenchman.
at all. Huh?
He should have known that being French.
Ah.
They want the Roquefort. Nice, the Roquefort. The baguette.
So Bernard
Whoa.
does manage to get to see Pei Pu every so often. I think it's every 6 weeks he goes and he meets with his handlers and he meets with Pei Pu as well. But she complains a lot and it's clear that they are no longer still in love.
That's a real
Still,
shame.
he dreams about having his son come and live with him in Paris, but obviously also he feels that responsibility to Pei Pu.
Yeah.
In 1982, Bernard manages to get Pei Pu over to Paris on a 3-month visa, at which point Bernard happily shows off his son to his family and his friends.
So cute.
He, however, does not discuss Pei Pu's identity as a woman, just in case Pei Pu has to return to China and carry on the facade. Instead, Pei Pu is introduced as Bertrand's uncle. It's insane. Isn't it?
Where's the relation there?
So the brother of the mother.
Right. Oh, that makes
Because
sense.
again, he never once wears
Mother
anything
doesn't-
feminine.
yeah.
He's always in a
Yeah.
suit.
So now
Pei Pu
Bertrand's
returns-
telling everyone that his female lover is a
Bernard.
man. Bernard.
No. He's not saying anything. That when it comes to the discussion of who Bertrand's mother is, so we've got Bernard,
Yeah.
Bertrand. Bertrand's a son. When it comes to that discussion, he just doesn't openly talk about it, and he only ever refers to Pei Pu
As a bloke.
as the uncle, as a man. He's
Right.
never introduced as a woman.
Oh.
It's only obviously Thierry that knows.
Oh, oui.
And he's like, fucking hell, okay, this is more than I signed up for.
Va-va-voom.
Va-va-boom. So Pei Pu then returns to China and begins to experience success as an opera singer again, and therefore manages to get a year-long visa in Paris, as there is a certain amount of chic in entertaining an artist who has survived the horrors of the Cultural Revolution in China.
Understandable.
Seems to be some weird, like, cultural shift or something.
Hmm.
However, it's all rather short-lived. In the winter of that same year, 1982, the agents of the Direction de la Surveillance du Territoire...
You sounded Spanish
Running.
then.
Direction de la Surveillance du Territoire.
Nice. No, I like that.
Quoi?
It was the surveillance with the surveillance. Yeah.
Surveillance.
Surveillance.
Running what they call the normal surveillance of the activities of the Chinese diplomatic representation in Paris,
Mouthful.
discover something that piques their interest: the relationship between Bernard, and identified in their files as a civil servant of the Ministry of Exterior Relations posted abroad, and a Chinese national later identified as Shi Pei Pu,
Shi Pei Pu.
who is living at Bernard's address. So it's whilst Pei Pu's still in
Yeah.
Paris that they then
They're onto
realise
him.
that something is afoot. So that's in the end of 1982.
Okay.
On the morning of June the 30th, 1983, so about 6 months later, the security agents arrest Bernard. They would go on to question him for 2 days before charging him with espionage.
Damn.
On the 1st of July, inspectors Jean-Louis Flory
Nice.
and... How do you make Patrick sound? Patrick?
Patrice.
Patrick?
Patrice. Patrice.
It's with a K. Patrick
Patrick.
Lamongie of the security agency head to question Pei Pu. They notice that Pei Pu is wearing male clothing and has a prominent Adam's apple, though his hands are small and delicate. The
Why are they
voice is
looking at?
neither
Why is everyone looking at his
masculine nor
hands?
Feminine. Because they're small and delicate, man. Fucking get with it. Said it so many times. But his voice
How
is
small?
high and sing-song. So they believe their documentation says that Shi Pei Pu is a woman.
Yeah, of
So
course.
somehow
Obviously,
they
yeah.
know that Shi Pei Pu is a woman, but then they go and Shi Pei Pu is dressed as a man.
But
But
those
could
hands.
be effeminate. It's the fucking
Those hands.
man.
Those
It's all
little
in the
hands.
When
Cracking
they
hand job.
question Pei Pu confirms that what Bernard has told them, stating that she is a woman and the mother of Bernard's child, and she denies any knowledge in him engaging in espionage. So we're going to be saying she and he a bit here,
Yeah,
but it's
that's fine.
Pei Pu. I'm going to just try and get through it as not confusingly as possible. 5 days later, they return and arrest Pei Pu. Pei Pu is charged with... I'm not saying that. Complicity
No,
in the
yeah.
delivery of information
Complicité
to...
d'intelligence avec les agents d'un puissant étranger.
Poissons. Poissons. Étranger.
Is that not chicken? Poisson.
Étranger. Poisson.
Poisson.
Complicity in the delivery of information to agents of a foreign power. Pei Pu denies the charge.
I deny it.
I rebuke it.
I did not do that.
Says that Pei Pu is going to prison. He's also ordering a medical examination to see whether Pei Pu is female or male. And to
A
determine
medical
whether or
examination. Just pull the
Yeah.
cunt's trousers off.
not- Yeah, that's all they have to do.
Yeah, I
And
forgot.
to determine whether or not the defendant has had surgery of the genital organs. Pending that decision, and in view of the defendant's poor health, the defendant will be held. The Pei Pu is going to a men's prison.
Okay. But I'm such an
So-
innocent lady.
Then Bernard gets arrested. He's sent to the same prison, and he overhears the guards talking, and they say the other one is here. And Bernard's like, why is Pei Pu here? Why is Pei Pu in a male prison? But he refuses to believe anything to the contrary at this point.
He's off his head.
A few days later, the authorities take Bernard to his flat to look for evidence. Bernard, as the police search the apartment, is still unconcerned because he believes that this is a love story, because he thinks at this point in time, all they have is his connection to a Chinese national. Yeah. They don't have the information that has passed, all the documents and stuff that have passed through. They just had, and he's like, well, Pei Pu's got nothing to do with this, so it's fine. A few days later, a Justice Ministry spokesman announces the medical examination findings regarding the accused Shi Pei Pu. Bernard is lying in his cell on the top bunk at 8:30 in the evening when he hears the news on the radio. Pei Pu is a man, but he still doesn't believe it.
For fuck's sake.
6 months later, Bernard and Pei Pu are interviewed together, where Pei Pu admits that he is a man, but maintains that Bertrand is Bernard's son through artificial insemination.
No.
In a later encounter, Bernard demands to see Pei Pu's genitals, which he is shown, and only then does he start to believe it. Then in spring, Bernard gets the news that breaks him. DNA tests prove that he is not Bertrand's father.
It took DNA for him to figure out what did he think had happened?
Well, because they'd used a condom, and he put the condom in the bin, he probably thought, oh, well, he's taken my semen, and somehow kept it alive and put it into a woman.
Flung it up someone's vagina. Okay.
This man.
Whose side are you on here?
Fucking none of them. They're all nutcases.
I'm on Shi Pei Pu's because Bernard's an absolute fucknugget. Yeah, Thierry's lost out on all of this.
Yeah, Thierry's the one that I feel
sorry
Thierry
for.
Actually, do you know what? Bertrand was just sold by some women.
No. Bertrand is a fucking idiot. Oh, yeah.
No, the son. Bertrand, not Bernard.
Yeah, Bertrand,
This son is an idiot. No, the guy that was sold
surely
by
Bertrand
his mother.
knows that isn't his dad.
Yeah. Yeah, of course he does. But Pei Pu tells him to call him Papa.
Papa.
To be fair, he might not know.
Stranger Things.
What age he was
enough.
sold at. So, although to be fair, I think he was a bit older when he was sold. I can't remember. Okay. Bernard manages to get a small, blunt folding knife, which the prisoners are issued for meals, and some disposable plastic razors. He pries the plastic from the blades and attempts to slit his throat.
Oh.
But he survives.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, so he tries to kill himself. He is unsuccessful. This is when he finds out, Pei Pu's been a man all along, Bertrand isn't my son.
I'm not gay. I'm straight as they come. I know, but it's denial, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Denial. It's not just a river in Egypt. At trial, both Pei Pu and Bernard are sentenced to 6 years in prison.
What's Shi been arrested for here?
For also passing documents. Because really, I mean, you know that in the beginning, Bernard gets into this situation because he's worried about Pei Pu, so he just thinks of something on the spot, and he's like, I'm a communist sympathizer. And then through the conversations, and maybe his feels like an obligation to Pei Pu, he's like, how can I help the Chinese people? So
I'll become a spy.
Identifies a bit more with the communism, and he feels quite strongly communist, and kind of, not really, but also he wants to make sure he looks after Pei Pu. So that's where he starts giving over the documents, but he never receives money. And he's just buying him all this shit because this guy wants it, like all this stuff from the.
He does want it
because he can put it in his diplomatic pouch and bring it over.
Do you know what Bernard needed?
What?
A watch. Bernard's watch?
No.
You never heard of Bernard's watch?
Never.
He paused time with his little watch.
Is that Ben 10?
You're a cunt. Continue.
In April 1987, after having served less than a year, Pei Pu received a presidential pardon. His imprisonment was an embarrassment to the Chinese government, and President Mitterrand, according to an advisor, seemed to believe it was very silly to endanger relations between China and France over such an unimportant case.
Yeah, it's pretty irrelevant, isn't it?
Yeah. 4 months later, Bernard is also pardoned. After his release, Pei Pu remained in Paris, where he enjoyed his notoriety and performed as an opera singer, obviously. Bernard, who was released 4 months later, was last reported to be living contentedly with Thierry and has apparently
Aw.
made peace with the nature of his relationship with Pei Pu, so he's still alive now.
Yeah.
Shi Pei Pu and Shi Du had no contact with Bernard until Pei Pu's death in 2009. In Pei Pu's obituary, it was reported that Shi Du was living in Paris and believed by Bernard to have a family with 3 sons.
Thierry's a woman.
Fuck me. So that's it.
What a
That is the
story.
story.
A tale as old as
Morning
time.
Tale as old as
As
time.
time.
Da, 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 da,
Na, na, na.
da. Da, 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 da. Cool. Let's go on to...
How am I doing that differently?
How would you do this differently? I think it's quite simple.
I would have lost some
Don't
weight.
just be like,
I would have got a boob job.
that looks like testicles shoved back into your body and a penis in the middle. That doesn't look like... But then
I'm
you've never
Shi
I
Pei
don't know
Pu.
if Bernard had really seen it before.
I'm Pei Pu here. I'm getting a tit job. I'm hitting the gym.
Yeah.
I'm chopping my cock and balls off.
You're hitting the gym, that's just going to make you more bulky.
No, because I've got a pot belly. Losing that.
Yeah.
So my tits are more profound. Chop the dick off. Ball bag into a real clit. Then Bernard can fuck me for the rest of my days.
Do you think that would have been good for anyone involved?
Bernard would have loved it.
Well, would he? Because he's
Less
definitely a gay
blowjobs.
man.
Less blowjobs as well.
Blowjobs. He didn't enjoy the sex. He loved the sex with Thierry. I think we should honestly leave Bernard and Thierry together.
So Shay should have become a porn star
Yeah, there's definitely some fetish porn.
that only does anal
Pei
because
Pu
it's
could have
Shi
got them.
Pei Pu.
Yeah. Poo
Yeah.
on your dick. Nice.
Lovely. Nice. I like that a lot.
Perfect. Or at least some sort of like travelling act or something. I mean, it's kind of insane that he can just retract his testicles.
Yeah,
into
I'd
his
pay
body.
to watch someone suck their dick into their body and have a vagina.
Yeah, 100%.
A
Or
lot of
have
money
it
as well.
even slightly look like one.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then to
Okay,
watch
go
some
Italian circus.
shallow sex.
What would the name of his circus act be?
Shi Pei Pu done it.
Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, cool.
Shit Pei Pu. But the pay is P-A-Y.
Aha, shit, pay, poo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Double the poo. Pay for it. Yeah, so he's going
Shit.
to porn.
Pei Pu.
Perfect.
There you
Yeah.
go.
No, shit, pay poo. Yeah. I like that. Nice. Shit, pay poo comes to you.
I like that. Yeah, on tour.
Yeah.
Shit Pei Pu comes to you.
Yeah.
World
on his porn
tour.
tour.
Yeah.
It's like Bonnie Blue.
Bonnie Poo.
Bonnie Poo. Yes.
Silly
Shit,
bitch.
pay poo comes to you, Bonnie Poo.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Should we go on to your little fact corner where they're all going to be wrong?
I don't have any, but I do have a poem.
Hit me.
All right. I'm already wrong because it wasn't a Chinese spy, it was a French one, but we'll ignore that. I suppose it's a spy for the Chinese.
Yeah. So, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
A Chinese spy told a horrible lie, lured a French official with his face superficial. Madame Butterfly with a shaft between thigh. 2 men,
Good.
2 dicks, 1 fake clit. Inverted testes, alone time, zesty. Avoid a fright, turn off the light. Men can't conceive with no wizard sleeve. Borsicott arrested, relationship tested. Baby adopted from a penniless mother. Bernard convinced he'd impregnated his lover. A strange day in court. The ruling cut short. The judge took a peek. Shi Pu couldn't speak. Genitals discovered. Secret uncovered. Your wife is a man. What a terrible scam. But where did I come? I'm afraid in the bum. That is my poem. Oh, a little poem. It's like that.
That was good.
It's
That
good,
was
wasn't it? What's your favourite part?
I think it was the. Was it the genitals?
Genitals
green?
discovered, secret uncovered. Oh, I like my poems.
That was good. That
That's
was
a good one,
excellent.
wasn't it?
I think we
Thanks.
could have just done that, recorded that, fucked off the rest of the podcast, and people would have been happy.
That wasn't bad, was it? I think that was quite
It wasn't
to
bad
the
at all.
theme.
Yeah, I mean it was wrong, but it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll make it
nice.
right one day. Food?
Oh my god.
How many
Is it gonna be like-
dumplings could you
Yes.
fit inside the French embassy in Beijing?
Oh god. Okay, so we're filling the entirety of it. Or we're just going to do the usual.
The
like, run
entirety.
across the entirety of the French embassy in Beijing.
I'll give you a
going to-
clue. It's a lot.
Okay. Okay. I was going to go for 5 million, but now I'm going to go for 36 million.
Triple it. Wait, no,
Just-
times it by 10.
390 million.
Times it by 10 again.
No. I don't want to do that. Is that into billions now?
We're up to the
Yeah,
billions.
3.9 billion.
Double it.
Oh my god. 7.8 billion.
Add the 3 on again.
8.1 billion.
7 plus 3 is not 8. It's
What did
10.
I say?
10.3 billion.
Oh my god. Sorry, I thought you meant like 0.3.
10.3 billion dumplings.
Wow, that's many dumplings. How many
Yeah.
dumplings are eaten in a day in China?
1,122,000.
Do you know that?
No, I thought you did.
You just fucking guessed. I
What?
don't know.
How would I know that? How
How
didn't you know how many
many
billion dumplings were in the French embassy in Beijing?
Dumplings eaten a day in China.
China.
Oh, I'm just getting so many
Yeah, give up on that.
many words, no fucking number. Fuck it, I don't care. Okay. Nice.
Thanks for that.
That
Enjoyed
was
that
excellent.
fact. That was good.
was many dumplings in the French embassy in Beijing, and that was actually
Seems like
one
a lot,
of the
doesn't
best food ones you've ever done. That was
Really?
honestly incredible. I was inspired. Yeah.
Thanks.
Well done.
Appreciate you.
Cool.
That would be us.
What's
Oh
next?
no, it wouldn't be us,
No.
would it?
No.
Megan's Widow Whiff. That was Chinese inspired.
Damn, that mummy's got back.
That mummy's got back. I get it
Doesn't
now.
make sense,
Now I've
but I
looked.
just had to.
Well, it needs to make sense, dick lips, or no one's ever going to get it.
I had to do it quickly. The whole point of this is that I riff it and I don't think about it, and that's all I can think about. All right.
Fair
Stop-
enough. That
stop having a
mummy's
go. That's
that
the
mummy's
USP.
got back.
Damn, that mummy's got back.
Back. Boy off the ting.
Woo!
Nice one.
Booyaka shaka. Nice short one for everyone. Always complaining.
Shortest one yet, I think. Who
Brah,
complains?
brah, brah. No, I think the first one was like 40 minutes or something.
No, we haven't done one sub an hour, have we?
I think so.
No.
Oh, well, thank you very
All
much,
right.
everyone, for tuning in. I hope you
Bantu
enjoyed that
indeed.
absolute, Bantu, that absolute roller coaster of an episode. And,
Waffle.
wafflecopter. And then I guess we'll
See you on the flip.
see
See you on the
you
flippity
next
flap.
week to discuss that mummy with back.
We love you all.
Woo!
All 8 of you. Peace out, bitches.